My wife was getting close with another parent in our kids' class, I didn't expect. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. My wife, we'll call her N, F30, and I, F27, have been together for 10 years. We have a 6-year-old daughter together. We had a beautiful relationship at first and then emotional cheating happened about 3 years ago on her end. We ended up separating twice and getting back together. Each time because I would move on and she would get jealous. We were back together for about 1.5 years and things weren't all that great. On the outside things were amazing but there was no intimacy and we were kind of going through the motions. I do love her and always wanted to make it work and for years I tried and begged her for the bare minimum. About 6 months ago we met another family with a boy in the same class as my daughter. The family consisted of a husband, wife, we'll call her S, 2 kids and the wife's mom. Me and the wife's mom hit it off and were extremely close. We all got along fantastically and had a lot of fun and they would help me out with taking my daughter to school and picking her up. Life was really good. My wife and I were actually doing a little better. Eventually I did start to notice that she was going back into old habits and was giving us a lot of attention and I got jealous. Long story short, 4 days before my birthday we had a big blow-up fight about her giving us so much attention. And my wife told me that I needed to leave. So I moved all the way across town, 30 minutes from my home and my daughter's school. S and her mom almost immediately shut me out. And N and S started hanging out every day. 2 weeks after I had moved out, S ended up leaving her husband of 10 years and moving in with my wife. They are now living in my home with all 3 kids. I not only lost my wife, I only get to see my daughter every other week, but I feel betrayed by people I thought were my friends. My wife has told me that she feels the most happy, healthy, and balanced that she has ever felt in her life. Any words of advice, similar situations, are appreciated. Here are some of the best comments from our community. Let everyone know what she did right now before she can spin it. This is important. Get yourself tested for STDs. Trashy people who poach the wives of others are often promiscuous and careless. Get a lawyer involved and start proceedings in divorce and custody immediately. She's in the fog as they say and you may get better terms while she's still in love with her cheating partner. And be ready for the crawlback. That often happens when they realize how shitty their new life is. Make sure everyone knows what she did and that she's sleeping with her cheating partner in the same house with these kids and both these females are betraying their husbands and children and families. Stay strong. This'll be bad at first but it'll get better over time. Why did you leave the house? Have you sought legal advice? Have you exposed her affair? Have you separated your finances? Start by dropping the nice guy image and get your shit together. Nobody's cares that they're lesbians, it won't be an issue. Right now get legal advice and listen to it. She can't stop you seeing your child. Here is the second story. 27 years of marriage down the drain. A few weeks ago I noticed someone enter my house on the recently installed doorbell cam, but never saw them leave. The next day the footage was deleted. So after going into detective mode, and starting the 180, my STBXW knew me too well and figured out that I was onto her. She figured I had seen some kind of evidence and figured it was likely the recently installed doorbell cam she erased. I was in the process of installing in-home cams and VARs. But she actually ended up confessing and admitting to an ongoing and long-lasting, about 1 year, pretty much the whole time I was away helping my elderly parent most of the week, affair and that I deserved better. She says she's going to be fair in our divorce and will sell our house and split the proceeds. She is likely even to end up paying me alimony for some period of time or a lump sum. We'll split most of the debt, but the house sale will likely just clear that and leave a little to start over. It's so disappointing. So anticlimactic, so unfair. I'll admit I had let the anger build within me and wanted to exact revenge somehow. But there really is not much to expose her to who would care. There's no one on the AP side to expose to. He's single, well divorced, and to be honest was more informed about the state of my marriage than I was clearly. It's not even a close relationship they had. It's not even likely this was her first time. But I just let it go without pain shopping for more hurt. It comes at a very pivotal time for me as I am dealing with resolving my elder care issues and just don't have the energy or desire to fight for anything. She offered to try and fix things, but we both know there is too much pain and wrong with us already and she has known how broken I still am over being cheated on before we got together over 25 years ago. Some scars never really heal. I'd recently started to realize that maybe my whole relationship was a rebound. But I'm a dedicated person, and once I commit, I'm all in. I just did that too soon, I guess. Now, well, I don't even think people and relationships are worth it. I can't see trusting anyone ever again. So there is no confrontation, no revenge, no exposure, no reason anymore, just two terrible, dispassionate lives torn apart, and now I have to find a way to rebuild myself without my pride and ego. Just another failure in a long list of them in my life. Life as I knew it is now over, and I just am moving on autopilot to handle things. I don't want to go home but have to pack and get the house ready to put on the market. Then I have to find an apartment, etc. I don't even know where I want to live. It's all just so crappy. I wasted more than half my life on someone. It's all just a void ahead of me, and the only reason I get out of bed is to care for my parents. I guess not having kids is the only blessing. Since once divorce is done, I won't have to be in contact with her, but that will take time. Every time I hear her voice, it just opens up the pain again. My pain shopping is looking back at all our pictures and the otherwise good times we'd had. I just don't understand why I'm so stuck in the past and mourning something I thought I was ready to leave anyway. I lay awake analyzing everything I did wrong, how I wasn't ever good enough for anyone. Why do I deserve to be treated like shit? How shit my life is, and why I'm always the one on the losing end. Now I'm old, broken, and undeserving of this crap life. No hopes and no dreams, just alone in my own thoughts. More thoughts from later last night. She hasn't even called or texted me since I left. I did say not to. And meant it, she knew I did, I guess. But not one more sorry, not one are you okay. Is she just sitting home watching a show like it's just any other Tuesday? Or maybe not. Fuck all, why do I even care? Sorry, insomnia and heartache are a terrible combo. Why do I even feel like this when I want to leave? Did she know I probably wouldn't have? Did she think I would just cave and come back? For what? Love? History? Certainly not for the sex. Is she just that over me? I guess her actions say so. Mine need to say who I am too. Who the fuck is that anymore? He's not who I thought he was just last Friday, well, I guess at least all of last year. That guy was a blind idiot. He was a chump. He may still be. He's definitely been a sucker way longer. He believed in something that wasn't real. Like living in a Marvel movie. Without the cool shit happening. And in the end, not even really given a choice, that guy was just fired from the only job he ever really wanted. Replaced while was still at his desk. He got to watch his replacement come in the door, and then, before even getting to quit in spectacular fashion, just handed his things on the way out. Fuck that guy too, he sucked. Sorry for the novel, but my life is a shit show now. Here are some of the best comments from our community. One thing you can do is stop thinking of her as your wife. She stopped being that a year ago. She is a stranger at this point in time. File first, go completely no contact, except through your attorney, and start your healing process. Go to the gym, eat right, drink water, and drill into hobbies and work. When you're ready, find someone who will cherish the time with you. You're not alone. Mine also cheated after 27 years of marriage. Then I found out more. Unfortunately, there are 3 kids going through this also. You can do it much easier with no children. It's a real train wreck. I have had a similar experience in that I've discovered my wife's affairs 2 weeks after she died in January of 2005. I was devastated, and I compounded the devastation by getting together with a woman I had known for many years. As a result, I lost $250,000 in 2 years' time. I was 61 at the time of my wife's death. It took me a long time to recover because I was stubborn, didn't get help, and thought I could do it on my own, and I was wrong. You will heal and you will get better, but you will definitely be left the scars of betrayal. Except for my brief encounter after my wife's death, I have not had the desire to get involved again. I prefer my celibate life to the anxiety that comes with relationships. It took many years to get here, but I now enjoy my life as it is. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.